Hi, welcome to Quality of Life Ministries. Today our topic is going to be always Lukai. You know, the movie Karate Kid, where the Karate Kid is being taught by his instructor there, and he is teaching him to always Lukai. Well, you know, do you ever wonder what God is up to in your trials of life? You know, life happens to all of us. Why you're perplexed, offended, and feeling the pressure. Do you ever wonder that? Do you ever ask God questions about those things? We have some good news. In Romans 5, verses 3 through 4, it says, "We can rejoice when we run into problems and trials, for we know that they help us develop endurance, and endurance develops strength of character, and character strengthens our confident hope of salvation." And so I'm going to break those verses up. I'm going to break this up in 4 places, and I just kind of want to ask you some questions. First of all, Paul is encouraging the body of Christ there, and he says, you know, that we can rejoice. What does the word rejoice or consider it pure joy mean? Well, it means to have jubilation or extreme happiness. And so, whenever we face many trials, he's saying rejoice and have extreme happiness. Rejoice, another word for it is, you know, it's something we as kids experience on the night before Christmas. We know something good is coming tomorrow. And so something is good on the way. We don't see it right now, but it's on the way. When should we have extreme happiness? Paul says, whenever we have problems and trials. What does problems and trials do for us? According to the Apostle Paul, he says they help us develop endurance. And what does endurance develop? Well, Paul says it strengthens of character. Strength of character. It helps develop. Endurance helps develop strength of character. And what does character strengthen? Our confident hope of our salvation. In conclusion, I just want to make this real quick and simple. You know, it's where James even said in chapter 1, verses 2 through 4, he says, "Consider it pure joy, my brothers and sisters, whenever you face trials of many kinds, because you know that the testing of your faith produces perseverance. Let perseverance finish its work, so that you may be mature and complete, not lacking anything." And so, remember, this has, you know, there's a picture of Karate Kid where he's waxing the floors, he's painting the fence, he's doing all this work, and he gets frustrated, and he comes up to his instructor in the movie Karate Kid, and you might know what I'm talking about here in this part where he gets frustrated and he doesn't understand why he's got to do and go through all this crap, and then of course Miyagi teaches him that all of these things were necessary and needed in order to produce where he was headed, you see, because he was, in that movie, he was getting ready to enter into a competition and become a fighter. And so, you know, all things are working together for God's good. And so this has been Quality of Life Ministries, Grace Teaching. Remember, we learn so we can teach, and we teach so we can learn, and you are the most important person here, because without you, we could not teach. Thank you. God bless.